It's Thursday, March the 4th.
March is moving on.
It's marching on.
Yeah, marching on, and spring's coming, and sometime this month, I'll have to be exact, by next week, we turn the clock, spring the clock
longer
forward.
Days.
Yes. So don't forget.
So I won't have to go to bed at 7 o'clock every night.
There you go.
Yay.
We want to talk exciting news today about the 10-year Treasury.
Well, we talked about that riveting discussion last week, but we're getting more calls from our clients going, hey, why is the market going up 300 points one day and down 300 points the next? I think it's a whole lot of different reasons, but the 10-year Treasury seems to be the central focus on that. And really the 10-year Treasuries, and again, we talked a little bit about it last week, but in a matter of 6 months has gone from really a negligible number to now it's pushing 1.5%. And when you have it go up that quickly, it creates sort of a wake in its path.
And those numbers actually are a 0.50 basis point sometime on around May of last year to where it is right now.
To where it is right now.
That's a huge...
So almost 100 basis points in a very short period of time. So when that occurs, it does create a wake. And the wake has been some sell-off in areas that have risen greatly, tech, for instance, because the people are doing more risk off and putting more money into areas where they're getting a higher yield so that you don't have the TINA trade that we've talked about before. TINA meaning there is no alternative other than the stock market. So I think you're seeing some of that, and that's where some of the creation of volatility has been.
We've asked the question this morning on our radio show, WTOB, on Thursday mornings, 9 to 10, do we ever remember a time in our career that, whether it's the 10-year Treasury or whether it's the stock market or whether it's bond market, that for a very long period of time, or for really the nature of it is, have we had a linear path, meaning it's just been flat, and whether the flat is up or whether the flat is down or flat is flat. Does the 10-year Treasury act like that? And that's a facetious question, but the answer is no. The market goes up, the market goes down. We went back and looked at a 10-year Treasury history just back to 2016, and you can go from 2.5%, you can go up to 3%, you can go down to 50 basis points, and now we're on a rise coming back up.
Yeah, and I guess the big concerns that people have is inflation just right around the corner, and the answer is no. Unfortunately, we continuously see 750,000 jobless claims seemingly on a weekly basis. So there are a lot of people that are still unemployed. So that's not adding, the new hiring is not adding to inflation. So that's keeping inflation at bay. I mean, if you look over the last month, which has been chaotic for markets, gold and silver prices have dropped, and they've dropped precipitously. And that's usually just a reverse. When you're seeing inflationary things happen, gold and silver prices go up, but they've dropped off greatly.
They really have. We also did some research on the economic data points that drives the market in bulls and bears, and asked the question based on the current data, such as labor, such as manufacturing, such as inflation, all those type of things that are functions and influences of both bull markets and bear markets. When do they point to the best guess in the next recession? And if you add them all up together and take the averages and mix them up and then pour out the formula says it's well into April of 2023. So this is just a period of volatility. There is a huge amount of stimulus in the pipeline. The Senate is voting on the second round of the stimulus checks this evening, supposedly. So we got that. The vaccines are coming. Johnson & Johnson, since our last has announced. So there are positive things that are going to influence the market, but again, interest rates are creeping. We think it's going to have inflation. We're watching, you're experiencing it at the gas pump, and we're looking at different sectors to be in to take advantage of it.
That's right. So just hang in there. This too shall pass. And always remember, it is your money.
And your money matters. See you next week.